Hey guys, servus, it's Tim. I hope you all are very well and today we will make the perfect risotto. It's not that hard of a dish to make because the steps are all very simple. You don't need a special technique for anything, but in the simplicity you can easily get exposed for making mistakes. These could be shallots that are not fine enough, or when you handle poorly the rice corn, and of course how you handle the heat.
We're gonna start with slicing finely diced shallots, get them into the pan with melted butter or something like olive oil. Slowly sweating them along with some finely cut mushrooms and bacon with one that isn't too salty. The shallots shouldn't be raw when you toss in the rice.
Let's talk about the rice corn. There are some things I never understood about risotto recipes. Why should I fry my rice corn? The only logical thing would be to add more flavor to my rice. But I think roasting the rice will ruin its elegant taste. Also, you get all the other flavors from other ingredients which you will give into the risotto while making it. Second would be I don't want any starch off my rice corn and I will show you later why.
When you toss in the rice, you will instantly cover it with boiling hot broth. In this recipe I love to use some chicken broth, and there are some reasons why I use hot broth. First, I don't want to stop the cooking process of my rice. Second, when I use cold water, the rice will start to swell and the starch will get out.
Maybe you wonder why I didn't deglaze with white wine, and this is super simple to explain. Acidity will block the rice from cooking, so you have a longer cooking time. As a chef, I simply don't have this time. Of course, later in this dish I will add boiled down white wine or another sour aspect to my risotto. Besides, it's very important to season the rice now. You do this so the rice have time to absorb the salt and you get a seasoned core. Otherwise, when you don't do this, the salt will only cover the corn and you can definitely taste this after the second bite. This is the same with mashed potatoes and pasta.
We are finally getting to the main point of this video. Stirring risotto. For me, I have to say it's totally unnecessary, and let me show you why. For a start, I'm going to add my stock in batches to the rice while constantly whisking, so we will maximize the friction between the grains. You only want to use a bit of the stock by time, so they better rub against each other. The starch will shed off the grain and into the liquid, which will make the risotto creamy. And now you just have to waste 15 minutes while standing on your stove and stir this until it's done. Or you do it like me and this and easily toss in all the liquid at once. I will let this slightly bubble for 15 minutes. The heat doesn't matter. But when it's too high, you might give more liquid to the rice. And you can also do this on purpose to add more flavor to the rice. More liquid equals more flavor. On the left side, I stirred the rice for 15 minutes and on the right, I let it simmer on medium heat. I think we all can see on both of these clips that the rice is not cooked through this al dente. Also, both the risottos are incredibly creamy, and this didn't happen because of the stirring.
Both are the same. This simply creaminess is made by the fat content of the butter, olive oil or parmesan cheese, which we will add later to the risotto. And to be fair, I understand why people like to stir the rice. I think it's like meditation, but overall I don't want you to stir the rice. Better clean the dishes. Since I saved you some minutes, please listen to me. A reason why I love risotto is because you can be super creative with this. You can do whatever you want, be free. There's no limitation to this dish. Saffron goes in early, bacon fried with the shallots. Seafood is no problem. You want a tomato flavor? Substitute the white wine with a tomato vinegar. You can change the sour aspect of this dish with yuzu or lemon, there's no problem. This is all totally up to you.
I wanted to implement the forest with this recipe, so we use some nuts, earthy mushrooms, and for slightly sour flavor I want to use some blueberries. I will generously cut another type of mushroom depending on the season. We'll fry them in butter with some beautiful chopped hazelnuts for some crunch until everything is golden brown. Blueberries are amazing with mushrooms, and so let's melt some more butter in a pot and toss in the blueberries. We're gonna warm them up a bit and season with a light white vinegar, lemon or also a balsamic vinegar. whatever you have on hand. To balance this dish out, I pour in some maple syrup, and this is perfect to underline the earthy flavor and get some sweetness to the dish. And I like to finish this off with something more crazy, a tablespoon of milled curry powder, mainly because I think cumin and blueberries are an amazing combo, which I love to use every now and then. You're gonna take this off the heat, otherwise it won't bind. We have to finish this off with some fat. Butter and parmesan cheese is perfect for this. Cover the pot or pan with a lid, and finally you can give it a little stir. The starch will thicken up the sauce, and then it's done. Freshly roasted mushrooms, the hazelnuts and the blueberries on top of this dish. You can use some fresh herbs like parsley, and when you followed all these instructions, you just made a perfect risotto.
I appreciate you for watching this video, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!